Hi guys, Nothing to Prove here. Today's a beautiful day, cause any day one can be out on two wheels is a beautiful day. And yeah, today we're taking out the DesertX. It's Ducati getting a little serious about off-road. The multi-stratas are a little more road-oriented. This is a little more off-road oriented. So now, yeah, you say, what do you mean now? Well, take a look at the middleweight adventure chart list that I have here, and where does this DesertX fit into here? Well, if you look down, I have these oriented by weight, and this is down towards the bottom of the list, with the Multistrada V2 beating it by 1 kilo, a couple pounds. But then the heaviest, yeah, the BMW at 233. But then if you look at the top of the list, what's the lightest? Yeah, the more off-road oriented bikes, the Tenere and the Touareg also. So you could say, well, wait a minute, if Ducati went for more off-road, why did they make it so heavy? Good question, glad you asked. I think they wanted the best of both worlds. And whenever you try to do the best of both worlds, you end up being not so good at either one. And this is where this bike has surprised me. It's very good on road, and off-road manners are better, say, than the BMW and say the Triumph, for example. But the top three on this list, the Yamaha Aprilia KTM will take this on off-road, no problem. But that's the, well, especially if you go to the Adventure R with the 890 Duke or KTM. But let's take a look at some other things on this list. Ducati is king of the engine size. Yeah, it's the same 937 that Ducati's using in like 4 or 5 other models that they're using now. And also, since it's the largest in engine size, it is also king on power. But it's not king on torque. Look at there, who takes that? Yeah, KTM, of course. But it's not even in second place with torque. Who takes that? Well, it's brother. You could see that. And also it's tied with the BMW. So it's like, very interesting where you're fitting this in, Ducati. Also what's interesting, look at the engine layout. What dominates this engine layout? Yeah, parallel twins. And then though, look at the V2s come in a close second. And then if you want to stand out in this middleweight adventure group and be the only one with this type of engine layout, yeah, you have one choice, and that's the Triumph. Yeah, with the inline 3. So yeah, it's the triple. So now you guys have seen the power, the torque, the engine numbers, the weight. Oh, and look at that price. Yeah, it's king on price too. Of course, Ducati usually is. How do these numbers feel on the street? Okay, let's test the quick shifter. Okay, and this is going to be bad. I already know that because I'm in sport mode. So let's try it at 30% throttle. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's really rough. That's a little better. There we go. It's better. And then 6. Yeah, but I'm going too slow. Let's drop it back down to 5.4. Yeah, in sport mode, this is going to be terrible. Of course, it should be. At 30% throttle, because you can tune it, and this is what Triumph have done with their Tigers too, with road and sport. And so let's do an honest assessment here. Once I clear this, we'll do a full throttle test of this quick shifter in sport mode. Let's clear this first though. So let's go, shall we? Oh, beautiful. Quick shifter. Oh, quick shifter is awesome at full throttle. Oh yeah. Now let's change this back to, let's go to, for example, touring, sport, urban, no, touring, there. A closed throttle. Okay, now I'm in touring mode. You see it blinking there. Now let's, still nobody behind me. Now let's do the 30%. It's still rough. Oh, still rough. Okay, that's better. 4th and 5th and 6th will be better and better. Now let's do it with full throttle in touring, see if it gets any better. Okay, a little better. Not, yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. Here, let's drop it back down to 50. I'm a little confused. I know what it is, because this is for off-road. So you want that clunk, you want that rough quick shifter. You don't want clean and smooth. You want the bike to tell you, hey, I've just gone up a gear or I've just gone down a gear. I want to know. I want it to slap me in the face. You know, whereas on the street here, you don't really, you can feel it. But when you're standing up in the off-road riding position, you can't always feel that. Okay, that wasn't bad going from 3 to 4 there. Let's try going 4 to 5. That's not bad, that's good. So touring mode is a little more gentle, but it's still rough between first and second. That's because those are huge distance between the two gear ratios there. But overall, this powertrain, it's still typical. Below $3 grand, it doesn't like it. You got to get this thing over 4 and actually over 5 to feel the power from this bad boy. It really, that's to be honest with you guys. But overall, I will still give it 2 thumbs up because of its intention. What is it trying to accomplish? And it's trying to accomplish a multi-purpose role here to where it does both street and road with a 50-50. You can see right there, guys, from all the way from first to second, second to third, I used the clutch. It's just better that way. Yeah, but still, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up because I understand the target audience for this. 50 road, 50 off-road. And with off-road, you want that feel, that strength when that sucker shifts. You want to know it. Boom, boom. Coming up here to the chassis and take a look at these fully adjustable KYBs. And look at this steering damper. I'm liking how this looks down there. Yeah, that looks nice. 230 mils of travel down there on 320 dual discs. Yeah, and M50 mono blocks. Yes, you made them work properly this time, Ducati. Albeit up here, nay, they're axial mounts, not radial mount there. But the multi-stratas, the V2 and the V4, I think you missed the mark there, getting it to work with your ABS system, but it works great here. On this, I love the M50s on this. Same KYB monoshock, fully adjustable back there, 220 mils of travel on a 240 disc with, yeah, 2 piston Brembos. I am liking that rear brake too on this. Now, how does this all new setup feel on the street? Oh, this rear brake is sweet. I can feel it right there when it's going to lock up. Beautiful job with the rear brake, Ducati. Loving that rear brake. And the front, there is this dip, but yeah, it's an adventure bike suspension here with this 220 mils of travel. Okay, let's try it right here. In this, oh, loving that front brake, the feel, the feedback. You nailed it, Ducati, with this M50 Brembo, but on the multis you missed it. Maybe it's with the ABS, I don't know. That you, oh yeah, loving that front. This is an awesome front brake. And this suspension is, guys, this is the fastest of the adventure group on the street. I don't know how this will do off-road, haven't done that yet, but nah, I probably won't with this video because I'm focusing on the street for this. But this suspension, I mean, right now I'm on a smooth road, but you know, on a rough road I had it hit them on the way out, and it was just soaking them up left and right, handling them. And you guys can hear it in my voice. I'm really enthusiastic about this chassis, and you feel, it makes you feel better than you are. That's a problem. But that's how you know you're on a good bike with a good chassis. It makes you feel better, and then you can do other things that you thought you couldn't do. To a certain extent, that's good. Otherwise, it could be bad too until you freak out and kill yourself. But overall, man, 2 thumbs up. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, quick shifting is not bad. Standing up. Well, that's probably what Ducati intended. On these rocks, it's not too bad. This I'm only in enduro mode though, guys. So they're going down. I have no idea where this goes. Let's try up here, shall we? Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. Loving this. Oh, this bike is great. I never would take a street bike up here. Although you could, probably. Yeah, sure. But this suspension and this riding position, or in the standing position, is pretty good. Huh. No qualms about it at all. Huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is gorgeous up here. I think I'll ride around for a little while. Ergonomics. It looks like a bolted-on subframe. Here is where the extra 2-liter gas tank, the optional tank that you can get, will bolt on there. And this rear end, it looks kind of nice and clean. Yeah, of course, the double-sided swing arm with chain. This is 875. We'll go up and down even lower with the suspension lowering. Now, as far as it looks like a nice long bench seat so that you can move back and forth and around on this pretty good. Looks like you can get a nice sized passenger on there. And 21 liters filled up. This bad boy, yeah, can go some distance, especially when you get the optional spare tank here also. Now, how does this look with me sitting on it? Now, I am on the balls of my feet right now, guys, as you can see, so I cannot flat foot this, but it was okay. I was loving it, because by the time you sit down on this with all the gear, it feels pretty good. Now, how is this, say, all filled up, all geared up, feel in the city? At city speeds, this upright riding position is very commanding, perfect. Well, all the adventure bikes are upright riding position and very comfortable. This seat, I thought it would be hard. I've been riding for a couple hours now, and it's not bad. I'm liking it. And this on-off, this is where I usually can sense the how these taking the kids for a walk, how the throttle mapping is. And I'm in touring, so it's very gentle. It's not bad, actually. It's okay. Let's bring her all the way down to first. I love that. Can you guys hear that? That's hilarious. Hey, watch. That is funny. Oh, big tractor. So yeah, in town though, the mapping is doing well for its intent. This 937 motor feels better in this than it does the Multistrada V2. It was okay in the Multistrada V2, but it really feels nice in this. I'm really surprised at how well it's working in this. This would be the favorite application so far of this 937 motor. So in town, yeah, this thing will get 2 thumbs up for me. Boom, boom. controls and display. These look pretty standard Ducati controls, and a 5-inch TFT, and you're looking at the rally in an enduro mode, because that's where I am. I threw it into that real quick. But you could say, well, what if you wanted the normal, like, touring screen there? This is what the normal, and it's nice. It's got a nice fuel gauge, nice RPM, and lots of other goodies there that you can program in. Now, overall, how is this bike fitting into this segment? Surprisingly, very well. If you're going to do 50-50 off-road, on-road, this will work. Now, if you're going to do, you know, some tours down the road, I might opt for a different option. Definitely not the multi-strada, because that's almost 100% road. But this will do half and half, no problem. And here's where at the beginning I said, you know, if you try to be best at both worlds, you're not very good at either. Here is where Ducati is walking a fine line, and I think they've cut that line as thin as possible. And this is why this bike is getting 2 thumbs up. It does both very well. I am surprised at how well. In fact, this 937 engine in this application is my favorite application thus far of all the other applications that they're putting this in, this motor. So overall, if you guys are looking to do more than, you know, around 50-50, and you want the elite name of Ducati, then this is the way to go if you want to stand out. And would I buy this? I think I would not, because I would buy one or the other. I would go towards the top 3 on this chart first with that Focus. Probably the Touareg or the Tenere would be more fun off-road if you were planning to take this, and then on the street too. Although this thing is probably the highest performance adventure bike on the street of all of these, and that's where I was very, very surprised at how well this goes into corners. The only limitations are these Scorpion Rally STR tires, because I was sliding it out a little bit and I'm like, whoa, that's kind of soon. But again, they're like 50-50 tires. They're made to do both well, and whenever you do that, it's going to be lacking in one or the other. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review. As always, guys, ride safe. That's most important on the list. And number 2, guys, ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care. Cheers.